Okay, so we're going to do a pod review on this pepper right here, and this is another cross pepper I created several years ago. I didn't regrow it last year, so I'm kind of continuing my efforts with this cross, but I did manage to get a few flowers to take and cross, and this particular cross for me I will reveal. And this is a cross between a Carolina Reaper and a Fatalii. And I just did that to see if any of the flavors are going to change within the Reaper using a Fatalii. Because normally I would never even eat a Fatalii because I have resistance to that pepper. For some reason it really causes me a lot of discomfort, and it's not really that hot. It just causes me a lot of discomfort. There's something in that pepper variety that just really upsets my bowels. So, but I wanted to use that pepper in here to see how the flavors, if I can bring that Fatalii flavor into the Reaper. I'm not worried about phenos or shapes or anything, so I wasn't really caring about that. I just wanted that flavor of the yellow Fatalii in there, and so here it is. So we got a number of peppers on here. Now the one thing I've noticed with this particular variety of pepper, and I'll pick this one right now, is that this particular pepper is, oddly enough, looks a lot like a Fatalii. Has that pheno like a Fatalii. Get your right lighting. But you can see that it's very flat. So it's a very strange pheno on this. Now, I wish I did start another one the year before. Now, this plant was started this year. So, well, it was started very early last year, but it didn't fruit or anything. But I started it early last year. But it's a very strange pheno. Now, not every pheno coming out of this is the same. So a lot of the phenos are coming out very typical. Here's another one I'll pick. They're coming out like that, tri-lobed like that. So they're either coming out tri-lobed or they're flat. So that's pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure this is going to have somewhat of the heat of a Carolina Reaper, I would imagine. And I'll pick another one for you. See if we could get some more. Now there are a few on here that are kind of on the flat side. Not all of them are coming flat, so I'm really going to focus on the flat ones to see if I can pheno out these flat ones. Now here's another flat one. This is another one that's kind of on the flat side, has a big bulbous top, so that's pretty cool. These got to come off anyway because I'm getting ready to bring my plants in. But it looks like a lot of them are coming out like this. Real flat and thin. Sucked in like there was a vacuum. And the whole thing sucked in. It's not blown out like bulbous like, you know, a Dogla or any of these other peppers. You see how this is the way they're how full and it's not really sucking in? See? They're kind of like all bulbed out. This one looks flat and sucked in. That's an interesting feature. Wasn't exactly going for that. I'm going for flavor on this one. Here's another one that's kind of flat. And it's kind of sucked in. That's a very interesting feature. So let's turn you around and give one of these a bite and see what it tastes like. Alright guys, here we go. We are doing another pod review today, and it's going to be on this pepper right here, and this is basically a cross between a Fatalii and a Carolina Reaper. Did, I think, 6 or 7 flowers, and I think I got 2 of them to take. It was 2 or 3. Can't remember. It was like 2 or 3 years ago I did it. So I don't know if this is an F-2 or an F-1. I got all that stuff marked down. I didn't look at it before I came out here. I'm just looking at what pods are ready to review today, and this is one of them. Without any further ado, let's give it a bite and see what it tastes like. It has a Fatalii type taste to it. It really does have a Fatalii type of taste. It's amazing. I can't believe that flavor transcended into that pepper a lot. It doesn't taste really like a Reaper at all. The heat is building on this now. This is slow. I hope I don't get an upset stomach because I didn't really eat anything with it. I only took that bite. Usually the bottom part of the pepper is not too hot, but I feel the heat coming in now. It's semi-successful. Let's see if the flavor, it just doesn't last that long. See, the problem with Fataliis with me, the heat's coming in strong right now. The problem with the Fataliis is that Fataliis have this long-lasting aftertaste that upsets me a lot. I refer to that as spiciness. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do. I refer to that effect as spiciness because that's what spicy things do to me. They just linger too long until I start getting nauseous from it. I want to see if I could get that flavor without that long-lasting effect. I'm kind of weeding out some of the effects of the normal Fatalii. Yeah, I know that's kind of, you know, I'm just fooling around with it, really. But so far, it's pretty nice. The heat is pretty intense. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. It's only probably, I would say maybe at best 500,000 right now. That's just the bottom, though. I didn't go all the way up to the seeds. I would say at best, it's probably around 500,000. So it's not really that hot. A little disappointed on that. I thought I would get a Reaper type of an effect. Maybe a little hotter than the normal yellow Fatalii, in my opinion. That's about what it is right now. It is burning my tongue. It's burning the whole top of my tongue. It's burning around the tip of the front. Not the sides, ain't doing anything. A little bit in the back of the throat. And that's really about it. I mean, it might be burning my lips a little tinges here and there, but capsaicin of any kind of hits that a little. But the main parts that are being affected is the whole top of my tongue is singed. The very tip around the front is getting burned a little. And the part in the back of my throat, the tonsil area, that's being affected. Outside of that, all the rest is just light burn. Sides of the tongue is not really anything. A little bit here because that's where I chewed it, really. But it's really not that hot. I mean, yeah, 500,000. Yeah, that's probably a little hotter than your typical habanero, per se. But it's not a Reaper heat at all. A little disappointed there. I thought I'd be able to keep the heat on this and be able to get that Fatalii flavor. Now, the good thing is that Fatalii flavor, it's not lasting. It's starting to subside. That's a go. That's a good thing. That's what I was kind of hoping for. So the Fatalii flavor is not sticking around forever. It's not very spicy. As far as the spiciness goes, there is a little bit of an aftertaste. It's just not intense. With the Fataliis, when I eat Fataliis, that flavor is intense. It sticks. That stuff really sticks. But with this one, it's really not bad. Again, it's 500,000 on a Scoville. The heat is pretty intense. I am feeling it pretty good, but not that bad. It's not unmanageable. I mean, if you can eat a habanero, you could do this no problem. You could take this easy. This isn't like eating a scorpion or a Reaper, which is what I thought this would be like, to be honest with you. I was hoping for the Reaper effect, but I guess not. But the odd thing, too, about this is it does have a little bit of undertones to it. Now that I'm picking up some of the, after the burn, I'm starting to pick up some of the flavors. It does have a little bit of a scorpion type of an effect. Not necessarily 7-Pop, but definitely something like scorpions or maybe boots. It has that kind of booty, kind of a little bit of an aftertaste. It does have that a little bit, but that's kind of clouded over more or less by the Fatalii flavor that I'm picking up from it. It's tasted really Fatalii to me a lot. And it's still stinging my mouth pretty good. So it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice pepper. Maybe I'll offer seeds at the end of the year for it. I'll figure out a name for it. I'm not sure what to call it at this point right now. I'll offer it as an F-2. Again, if you do buy seed for it, it's not a stable version yet. You could give it a go with your own try. Phenos might swing in and out, so when you're saving your seed from it, make sure you phenotype and save the peppers you want to grow again. So it's not stable. You might get some other phenos come out of it. You might even get Reapers come out of it. But you'll have to see how that rolls with you. All right, so that was my pod review for the Fatalii Carolina Reaper Cross. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.